Well, good morning. You gonna say good morning?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon?
Good afternoon-ish.
Good afternoon-ish.
Yes.
Good afternoon-ish. Today, kind of like we promised on the last video, we're gonna go over some upgrades that we've had completed on the 2019 FatBob 114. So before we get started, one of the most significant upgrades that we've done is we've upgraded the suspension to a progressive 465 RAP, which I believe is remote something, but basically it's a remote dampener adjustment on the bike. So we'll go through that. Lowered the bike about an inch. We used progressive springs in the front, which again gave you the option of either a 0, 1, or 2 inch drop in the front. We dropped it even with the back, so we've got about a 1 inch drop all the way around on this bike now. We have new Avon CobraChrome tires rather than the Dunlop stock tires. So as soon as we're done, we're gonna do a test drive with MrsNutt riding the bike, see if it's solved one of the problems that she's had with the bike, which is well, she's short, but also the tires, the stock tires, kind of slid around a little bit. She doesn't really weigh very much. She weighs about 125 pounds. So basically, the bike didn't stick to the road very well. So we're hoping these tires kind of solve that. We have put about 100 miles on the tires so that today she can get out and ride them a little bit harder. So with all that, let's get to it. So right now, before we do the surprise upgrade, let's just kind of walk through the bike and go through some of the things that we have done. We changed her S&S air cleaner cover over to this round cover. I forget exactly what it's called, but went from the teardrop cover to the round cover. Really happy with that. I think that the little cable that gives it that kind of 60s vintage look hits her leg a little bit at some points, but we may just go to a plain round cover if this doesn't kind of fix the problem. We do have the D&D exhaust, and just to kind of give you a look at the tires, these are Avon CobraChromes. You can tell they got quite a different look than the stock tires. We did stick with the stock sizes. I have seen guys go from a 180 to a 200 in the back. We decided to go ahead and stick with the stock size on the bike. And of course, the other upgrades that we've already been through a couple of times are the Dominion Collection pegs and the Saddlemen step-up seat. Now today, one of our big changes to kind of like get her to sit lower in the bike is going to be a changeover from the Saddlemen step-up seat to the just arrived and unpacked Saddlemen Speed Merchant seat, which is kind of in my taste, it's kind of like a 2-up Renegade. It looks like it fits the bike much like the Renegade fits my Breakout, but it doesn't quite. But it has a 2-up option, so it's kind of cool that way. For those of you who have asked many questions about the bag, this is part of Harley's Overland series. I believe it's the Overland series. It's their new series bags, and it's a handlebar bag that's kind of a 2-piece. You can buy this bag separate and then add this to it, or you can buy the two as a package.
They just strap Velcro
yeah. So those are kind of nice. So with all that said, let's get to the reveal on the seat. Okay, I hope you're ready for this. This is her new Speed Merchant seat. And I gotta tell you, that seat is gorgeous, and it looks really low. It looks like it's gonna sit really nice down into the frame. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's gonna look really good.
So before we get onto this, you're going to need a couple of tools. Now I've already done this on this seat. I've already unpacked it. Yeah, I've already turned around the attachment piece. It comes packed 180 in the box, and I guess to save space, and then you turn it around. That is the only thing that takes an Allen wrench. Other than that, all you really need is a pair of wire cutters to cut a couple of these tabs that come with the seat, and a flathead screwdriver if you have the same seat connection we have. But before I do that, what I want to do is I want to kind of sit her on the bike and get a view. I want to take a really nice side view of the bike. Okay, so you can kind of see where this, sets. That's her side profile with her foot position right now as the bike stands. So that's on the step-up seat. Let's go ahead and get that seat off of there and go from there. So with the seat off the bike, I want to kind of show you this new shock. Like I said, this is from Progressive. You can see that it has spring pre-tensioning here. It has a line over your remote dampener adjustment. And then the remote dampener adjustment will fit right in where the stock dampener adjustment is, to allow you to kind of set your rebound on the shock to your taste rather quickly. Okay, we have the Speed Merchant seat mounted, and as you can see, I hope it shows up in the camera as well as it does in real life, but it looks like that is quite a bit lower side profile on the bike. We're gonna again let Mrs. Nutt get on it and take a seat, and we're gonna see how it fits her.
Yeah, I'm very flat-footed on my right side, not as flat-footed on my left side, but again, that is primary cover. It just the way I sit, where my legs have to be, not forward, I'm down, so. I think it looks good. Feels good. It's still got the tall back piece, which I like, being how I ride this bike in a very zoomy way. Keeps me in my seat, which is always a bonus.
So getting ready to roll here.
Yes, we are going to test ride this seat, which I'm super excited about, and the way it makes my touch the ground is super exciting already. That in itself is fantastic. And we washed these bikes this weekend, so they are gorgeously clean. So here we are. Got some new shoes I have to talk about, actually, because they make riding this bike a whole lot nicer with these pegs that I've been running. They've got really nice bottoms, so they kind of hold my feet in place. But the seat feels really narrow at the front, which I really like, because I think that's going to really help with my hip problem. So I'm hoping
I'm kind of hoping in the back it's a little wider or just as wide, and in the front it's quite a bit narrower.
Right.
Well, what about your riding position? Has it kept you in about the same?
It's about the same as far as riding position, maybe because I'm a little lower, I'm a little closer to my pegs, so I'm not having to reach quite as far forward in the forward riding position.
I know you used to, like, your legs were completely straight on your pegs.
Straight out, yeah. And they're not quite, they're a little more...
oh, they're a lot more bent.
They're a bit more bent, for sure.
Wow.
So I'm thinking this is going to be a winner, maybe. I definitely like that when I stop and whatnot, I can reach the ground just like nobody's business. It's so much nicer.
Watch out for the truck.
Yep. Crazy pigeon. So we're gonna jump up out here on the freeway and just kind of let this run, see how it feels. So it's not as wide in the back, I can feel that, but I think that maybe it's narrow enough in the front that it's gonna not hit that spot, my sciatic nerve spot, where it just gives me pain
of the suspension from the progressive to the stock, from the stock to the progressive?
You could definitely feel a difference in the suspension. It just, I don't know if I can't say it feels more solid because I felt like my bike was really solid before, but I don't, it just, I don't know, it's really hard to describe. It just feels better. I hit bumps and things like that, and I use my legs as shock absorbers still anyways, just because bumps are bumps, but I definitely feel less harsh bumps, so that's definitely a bonus.
And the overall feel of the seat?
Right now it feels fantastic.
It's been a long time since you've had a seat that felt fantastic.
Well, agreed. It's a little short term, but right now it feels good. My legs are in an okay position. I have enough comfort and cush. I have the backrest, which the step up part of it, which I really like, especially on this bike.
Yeah, the lumbar support looks like it hits you really nice up your back a little bit.
Yeah. I kind of lean forward as I ride in this, this position. This bike puts you kind of in a forward lean because it's kind of an aggressive riding position, I feel like. A little more progressive than, or aggressive than, like, my Heritage would be, is kind of a laid back position. I wish this truck would move over because you're fucking killing me with all your shit. So it's kind of a more forward riding, aggressive position that I sit in. I don't really lean back, but it definitely kind of hits my backside and tailbone in the right spot to keep me in place.
Well, I can tell you the seat looks really nice on the bike.
Does it? Good.
The orange stitching really stands out.
Yeah, I love the orange stitching on the Beast. I was a little bit sad when we didn't do it on this bike, on my original step-up seat, but the black really looked really good as well. It, just flowed really nice, but I think the little bit of accent orange thread really puts it over. And the tires are definitely more grippy, and they were more grippy right off the start, really. I mean, there you have a little bit of break-in time, which we did, but they definitely are better than the stock. I was turning left, and I was losing traction. And, let off the clutch a little fast or whatnot, and I was spinning, my back tire was sliding or slipping. So I haven't felt any of that.
So overall, you got the progressive 465 suspension.
Yep.
You have the new front fork springs, which are progressive, which should give you a little better dampening in the front.
I feel that.
You have the new Avon CobraChrome tires and the new seat. What are your thoughts?
It's like a new bike, except for it's still just as pretty. It rides nice. I mean, I can definitely feel a difference in the suspension. I could definitely feel a difference in the tires.
Well, I can see a big difference in your seating position as far as your leg bend.
Yes, my leg bend is huge. As far as my reach to the ground, it stops, and it's huge that I'm flat-footed on my right side, and if I didn't have the big primary cover, I'd be flat-footed on the other side as well. So that's huge. So far, it really hasn't hit that spot that makes it kind of give me pain down my leg. So, this wasn't a long ride or anything, but if it was going to hurt me, I think it would already, because it doesn't take long on my other seat. The look of it is gorgeous. I like the new air cleaner cover we installed. I've had that just a few weeks now. But no, I mean, it's all fantastic. I got nothing but, I'm happy. Very happy with it all. I think it's all coming together beautifully to give me a super comfy riding position. So I couldn't be more pleased with all of the additions you found for me and we found for Bob. Alright, so thanks for coming along with me on this little test ride. I want to thank Saddlemen for my seat. It is fantastic. It is beautiful. I think it's going to be amazing and just get better like Saddlemen's do. The look of it is gorgeous. You guys hit it right on the head. It's fantastic. It looks great on this bike and feels great. Loving my new tires. Loving everything about what we've done. I love that we lowered the bike. I think it's fantastic. We will put links to all of the upgrades in the description. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram. Be sure to like our videos, leave comments, questions. We love to hear your feedback. We'll see you in the next ride. Peace, and remember, real bitches don't ride bitch.